We all have this romantic image of the Vikings, not just in our imagination, but also in our media. They would be usually dirty while wearing their horned helmets on their blonde hair. But let's unpack those representations we have always had of these Nordic people. What do the archaeological findings actually say about the real Vikings? Let us first destroy the myth that they are dirty and unkempt savages. That's probably what they would be most offended by. Scientists have unearthed plenty of hygiene tools from tweezers, combs, nail cleaners, ear cleaners, and toothpicks right from the Viking Age. They were also known to have well-groomed hair, mustache, and beards. Back in 1220, the English John of Wallingford talked about how the Vikings stole away women with their beauty, saying that they were, according to their country's customs, in the habit of combing their hair every day, to bathe every Saturday, to change their clothes frequently, and to draw attention to themselves by means of many such frivolous whims. In this way, they sieged the married women's virtue, and persuaded the daughters of even noblemen to become their mistresses. Although, on the other hand, Ibn Fadlan described the Vikings as the filthiest of Allah's creatures, but it could have been because the Muslims were taught to bathe before each of their 5 daily prayers. The Vikings only bathed every Saturday. Not enough for the well-bathed Arabs. As for the horned helmets, those only came about from the drawings of the Vikings in the 19th century. In real life, they had simple iron helmets. Regardless of how cool they look, those horns could easily get entangled with a lot of things. We are also not entirely sure what Viking outfits look like. All that has been found have been a bunch of fragments, with most of the clothing already rotted away and disappeared. But from the fragments, we could tell women usually wore long dresses or skirts that reached their ankles, usually woolen. There were belt buckles in the women's graves. There were dresses with built-in sleeves. The clothes had 2 layers. They also had a sort of petticoat made of linen underneath, and on top was either a small hat or a scarf. Inside, the men wore what was called a linen kirtle, a long shirt, and on the outside was a woolen coat. Below, of course, were their trousers that could only reach down to their knees, and on top were their hats. Blue and red were the common colors for the clothes of the Viking Age, all with patterns and sewn-on ribbons. Only the elites were familiar with silk and ribbons with silver and golden threads. The Vikings were on average 8 to 10 centimeters shorter than today's Danes. This was a given because of their poor nutrition and the hard work that the peasants did every day. They were more muscular, but they were perhaps plagued with osteoarthritis and dental problems. Vikings weren't always blonde as well. There was actually a diverse mixture of blondes, redheads, and dark-haired Vikings back in the day. More blondes in northern Scandinavia, while there were more redheads in the western part. So if a Viking had a preference for a certain hair color, they'll know where to go. But a fascinating attribute that could perhaps keep up our imaginations of fierce Vikings was their battle wounds. Sword wounds in the hip were found in male skeletons who were believed to have survived the attack. Plenty of Vikings walked around with these great scars, since they didn't have the means to treat these kinds of injuries. All in all, I don't think we need to make up an image of the legendary warriors. The blonde, or red-headed Vikings, were already legendary just the way they always looked. Got a weird Viking fact of your own? Let us know in the comments below, and if you like this video, make sure to leave a like, and subscribe to the Generalist channel for tidbits in history, and also, click the notification bell so you can be notified whenever a new video comes out.